there, I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and I'm finally back with the third and final part of the Nice Family Home build. This part took a little while to get out, I know, compared to the other two, but if you had seen a recent vlog that I had made, then you know why I'm gonna have a wedding event going on and it's taking like 4 days, so I'm not gonna fully get to finish editing this one and getting it all ready for you all before the event, so it is coming out a little bit later, but it is finally here. So basically sort of picking off where I last left off, I am finishing up little touches and details here and there in the living room. I am trying to put more stuff on the walls, like I said in part 2, that I didn't usually decorate the walls too much, especially in the past. So I am trying to get out of that whole thing of not decorating the walls and stuff, and that little area beforehand was sort of a memory sort of area. There was a few things tossed in there that were not necessarily could be memories, but I imagine like a lot of the other stuff were little family trinkets and memories and places where they'd been and stuff like that. So that was sort of the theme of that little section of the wall. Now I'm here in the entryway area, and with the entryway I was definitely trying to bring in more orange, because my original plan was like orange and blues and white, and then it changed and I added creams, tans, browns, and so forth, especially because of like the windows and things like that, so I did incorporate those colors. But I definitely wanted to bring more orange in this, since I used red as like a statement wall versus the main colors I was using. I wanted to still add some orange and red, you know, do go together pretty well. So I definitely wanted to have some orange on the wall so that it still stuck to the theme and also flowed with the color red. And I put 2 little seating, it's the same seating things, but the seats I do choose, I believe, are custom content. Yes, but they had oranges and blues and white, which was the original main like color scheme that I was going with, so I was like, yes, I have to use those chairs. So, and now I'm just doing like the downstairs bathroom. Like I said in a previous video, this family is a pretty wealthy family. They've saved up money and stuff like that. They don't want to be like over the top fancy, but at the same time they do have a pretty nice home, and all the bathrooms have, well, they all technically do have bath and showers, but 2 of the bathrooms have a disconnected shower and bath. So this is one of them. This is like the one that everyone will be going into that is not living at the home and stuff. I don't decorate my bathrooms a whole lot, which my experience with bathrooms, they do have decoration, but it's usually the colors of the toilets and the bathtubs and the sinks and all that stuff themselves that is sort of like the main things in the bathroom. And the decorations are usually just tiny little decorations, or it's stuff that you actually use in a bathroom, or it's like the curtains for the bathtub, or bath/shower, or the mirror and so forth. So I did add some decorations, but I don't go over the top and crazy with decorations in my bathrooms when I build them, like I do like the living rooms and bedrooms. So I do add stuff, but not like a whole lot. And again, I am trying to do the whole wall thing. I think I end up adding a picture here. And then I think I finally move upstairs. I'm not entirely sure. Might want to, yep. I was about to say, I might want to hold off on that statement. I do add railing on the stairs here. I don't, necessarily it doesn't always provide like a design element adding rails. I just imagine, like, I know technically and realistically speaking, for Sims game, they can't fall down the stairs. But I would just imagine a real house, I'd be like, yeah, no, that's a danger hazard waiting to happen. But in this little entryway that basically enters into all the rooms, I wanted to try to have some decoration, but since it's so small, you couldn't do much. Did put a plant, and that was about it. I go to this bathroom, which is actually the smallest bathroom in the house, but it's also a shared bathroom, so, you know, that could be an issue, but, basically, it's basically meant to be, like, guest and the kids. This family currently only has one kid. I think I left and forgot to put a sink in that bathroom. I'm gonna have to go back and fix that, because I just now realized that as watching this video back. But, yeah, it is shared between two rooms, which the rooms are intended to be, like, kids and guest rooms, so it isn't meant to be, like, woohoo. But this is the master bathroom, which I did go into decorating a little bit more for the master bathroom and try to do things a little bit differently, just because it is the master bath. So, I did, here, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with the counters. Like, I wanted to have 2 sinks, but I didn't necessarily know if I wanted them really close, but then, like, the 4 full-length counters I thought was too much. So, I decided to do the 2 full lengths and then, like, just little side things as well. And I love these mirrors. I love them. I try to use them a lot, but the thing is you can't actually upsize or downsize mirrors because the glass does not change with them, with, like, the rest of it, but, hey, whatever. It happens, but I did decide to use that little corner for a trash can, so it isn't like just random empty corner in the bathroom. Sometimes corners are the places where I want to put stuff the most because I feel like they're really awkward having nothing in them, so I'm like, it must stuff something in corner. But one of the things I remember in this bathroom that I did struggle with the most is this window. Because that other window near the bathtub, I used the bamboo as a decoration and sort of a relaxing type feel, but it also doubles as covering the window. But this bathroom, I ended up putting the toilet up underneath it, and I could not figure out how exactly to cover up, because I know there's curtains, but the size of this window and some of my curtains, especially the custom content curtains, I had a hard time fitting them to the length I needed them to and making sure they didn't go over the toilet. I actually cut a lot of it out because it just took so long. And what I did is I took one curtain and then I took a custom content curtain that didn't actually have its own rod and put behind it. So that was my solution. You briefly saw it. You might see it a little bit better in the screenshots at the end of this one, because this one has the screenshots at the end of the video. But, so yeah, I did struggle with that, and it took me forever. That's why I cut most of it out, because I was like, there's no point in me going through thousands and thousands of curtains, and some of them going back to 3-4 different times in span of like 10 minutes. I don't think it was 10 minutes after I cut it down short, but still, it was long enough. So, and I'm decorating this one, like I said, since this is the master bathroom, I did decorate a little bit more. And now I'm on to the master bedroom. I did sort of struggle with the master bedroom a little bit, trying to space out things differently, because I was trying to do new things with this house in general. So I did struggle a bit with that, but in the end, everything did work out pretty well, and I was going through trying to figure out if there was anything else I wanted to do as the back part of it, so I was going through a lot of things, and table-wise, trying to figure out, and stuff, but, I think I ended up using shelves instead as, like, their end tables, because the angle of this area where I'm putting the bed, again, where I had this sort of the issue down in the living room, it's the same for up in the master. So I was trying to figure out the angle, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, I go with shelves instead. And I actually make the shelves look like they're technically attached to these pieces. And I do that and make it so it's not a gap and make it look like all of it was sort of built together as a backboard for this bed that I'd choose to put in here, or just a back piece of the bed, not necessarily like the headboard, because I think the bed I choose technically had a headboard on it. Or I either do... I don't remember fully what I did. Maybe. Yep, there it is. I knew it was orange. I knew it had orange on it because I was, again, trying to bring more of the orange in. And I was originally going to put a seat down at the bottom of the bed, but I do change my mind and I don't put a seat there, or I think I get rid of it. I don't know. Maybe I did keep it. I thought I got rid of it, but we'll just have to see. And here, if you remember in part 2, I talked about the candle making table and I could not figure out where I was going to put it and I kept moving it everywhere. It is back! There it is! So, I do actually keep it in this bedroom. I do move it around like 10 million more times, but it does stay in this bedroom. Because then I was trying to figure out ways to put in a, dresser, like wardrobe type thing, but I also put everything in. Plus, but my thing was, is when I started doing some of the stuff I was planning on doing, like doing this, I was like, now there's gonna be this big middle space in the bedroom, which me personally, I sort of like a big middle space, but because I can adjust and add chairs when friends come over when needed, but when I don't need them, I can move the chairs and sort of have free space to do like art stuff or anything like that. So personally, I like at least a pretty big space in the room, but this one was actually going to be bigger than what even I'm comfortable with. So I did put the dresser out in the middle, but I get some columns and stuff and sort of make it look like it was an installation piece that was also turned into a dresser. And I put a TV on the back of it as well, so that again it looks like this was sort of installed as an installation piece and then turned into a dresser as well. So it was like storage, installation piece, also wall thing for the TV. I put another little mini dresser again, because if you're thinking about a husband and wife living in this place without an actually big closet, they're gonna need more than one place to put clothes and stuff. So I did put another one, but this one of course is shorter and is up against it, so some clothes can be stored in there, but also, you know, have the TV over it and stuff. So yeah, but I do like that little sort of middle piece. It breaks up the room sort of, but not completely. It almost continues the sort of theme and idea that I had down in the living room, but brings it up here. But I do have a workspace up here for like whatever it may be. For me particularly, the husband is actually a scientist, and the mother is actually a writer. So, and she's also the one that's sort of more interested in the whole candle making. So this is sort of their little area to come do things, sometimes away from people if they ever have family over or guest over or whatever it may be. This is sort of their area that they can just come and do whatever they want. Not only is it their bedroom and relaxation, but it also has a little bit of their hobby and work space added into it. But I do think it's divided at least somewhat nicely so that the bed still sort of sheltered from a lot of the other stuff. So the bed area is nice and calming, and then everything else is the hobbies and stuff. So yeah, but basically just adding little details here. I don't remember if I actually put as much stuff on the walls in here as I did, but now I'm definitely going and doing the decoration part of this. Oh, I add a vanity in, but I'm going to be doing decorations in. I think I was doing the decorations when I thought about the vanity. I was like, wait, I need to put this stuff on a vanity. I need a vanity to put that stuff on. So, yeah, I'm just adding little decorations here and there. The dresser that's in the middle that I'm saying that's sort of like the little installation piece, I also use the whole BB move objects cheat and also the Control 9 to lift it up. So, and I have to use Control 9 for mine. For some reason I don't have to use Control when I hit lower an object, but I do when I have to up an object. Apparently it's something with the camera, but when I was talking to EA, they didn't tell me how to revert it back to just using the 9. So I don't know if it may be a CC well, I know it's not a CC because I took all my CC out when I tried to figure it out, but since I was able to use it, I was like, whatever, I'll just remember to hit Control. So, the little tip, if you used to using just 9 and 0, and for some reason they're acting up, hit Control, then 9 and 0, and see if it works better. Because I didn't know that until I talked to them. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm just adding little decorations and stuff, like I've said, probably 3 or so times now. But while I'm doing this, if you would like to see me play this family as part of the Townie Life series, let me know down in the comments below. Of course, if you've watched previous videos of Townie Life or just some videos where I've mentioned it, the Townie Life series is basically where I play any of my sim families that are in my main save, which is with the Eevees and the Forgotten. So if you ever see Sims walking by in those series, or, you know, I've played them in the past and you want me to revisit them, I will definitely take suggestions on which families to go play and stuff. So if this is one of the families that you would like to see me play as and see sort of a little bit hint into their life and such, let me know down in the comments below. They are going to be playing a role in the Eevee family series, so you will be seeing them at least in that series from that point of view, but not from their point of view. But still, you'll see them. But yeah, anyway, but I'm still on the decorating because I'm a little obsessive over decorating and clutter and making it try to look as much like someone is living there as physically possible. Right now, I have a lot of nail polishes sitting up on the thing, but they kept snapping into the placeholders for stuff, so I had to fill all the placeholders before I can get them sitting up on top of that, because I wanted them on top of that. But, so yeah, I like to make homes look like they're lived in, even if it's a family that's more nice and organized and well put together and cleans their house, or has a maid clean their house or something like that. There's still gonna be sentimental parts, decorations. It's not always going to be 100% clean, and not all areas of the house are going to be 100% clean. And I can tell you, usually bedrooms, from my personal knowledge, are usually the least clean spot of the whole entire house, because bedrooms are usually more private and confined, and you only let people that you're really comfortable with or trust usually in a bedroom. So everyone cleans everywhere else first. The kitchen and the bathrooms and the living rooms, they get cleaned first. If we have time, we'll get to the bedrooms, but otherwise, usually people don't see those. So I definitely go a little bit decoration and crazy and clutter crazy in the bedrooms in particular, because this is where you put all your stuff. The stuff that you want to keep somewhere, like your clothes, your, like perfumes, nail polish, cologne, whatever it may be, is usually in your bedroom, and it's gonna have more stuff because that's where you get ready, that's where you usually de-stress and relax and things like that. So I can take a while decorating a bedroom. I tend to take a lot more longer on, like, once they start going into kids from adults, those stages, the babies, toddlers, I don't really do much. And I will say, like, with an elder, I don't have too many Sims that are elder Sims, and usually by the time my Sims become elder Sims, I already have their rooms pretty well decorated by young adult, adulthood. So usually the rooms don't change too much as an elder, so yeah, but anyway, I'm now on the little toddler's room, so I do decorate her room still quite a bit. But I would definitely say it's not as extensive as what the master bathroom is. Sadly, my little idea here, I will let you know, I went and actually played this family just a little bit to make sure everything was good to go, everything worked, and everything was fine. And sadly, the little toddler could not get in her bed with the way it was up there. So this room is changed a little bit when you actually play the family from what it is in this video, because she could not get into the bed no matter what I did. So it made me really sad because I thought it was really cute and really cool the way it was. Like, she had to go up these little stairs to get up to her bed, but I did put it in like the little nook and cranny where the cat currently is at, and just made that, it was sort of like her little PlayStation up there, way to make her feel cool, and like she has her own little area and stuff like that. That became that instead of her bed. So there is that, and a lot of the stuff has been put up by the maid or the butler. I don't remember which one they have, because she decided she was going to go around and clean all the toys and put them in the toy. I wish there was a way to make them not do that. Like the things that are classified as toys and not decorations, or sort of as both. I wish there was a way to make Sims not pick them up. Because I'm like, no, stop, you don't need to clean it. Leave it there, it's there for decoration. And that's its purpose. Leave it alone. But they won't leave it alone, so some of her toys are not where they used to be, or decorations is what I was intending them to be, but you know, hey. But with her room, they definitely did try to incorporate pink, because, you know, not all girls have to like pink, and not all boys have to like blue, vice versa, stuff like that. They can like whatever color they want, but typically, a little girl's room when they're little is decorated pink until they start getting sort of more of their own personality and their own color. So they went with the colors pink, but then they added the black and the white in there, so it's like girly with, I guess, maybe more of a classy touch to it, because black and white tend to be classy elegantness to it. But yeah, anyway, so that was her color scheme for the most part. I actually do some wall details. I had little butterflies near her bed, which then her bed was moved, so there was that. Once I moved the bed, I think I moved the toy box down just a little bit, and I moved the cat beside the toy box. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure of all the changes that I for surely made after playing it, but that was the only issue that I found while playing it. So, for the most part, the house didn't change. Sometimes that happens, though, when you're trying to get really super creative and then actually want a sim to live in that household. Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult. But yeah, I'm finished with her room. Now I'm getting sort of like just the little outside touches and things here and there. I didn't do much with this outside balcony because for the most part, this one was mainly for decoration and like an architectural design element. They can come out here and sit and sort of just watch out on the town and sort of maybe converse. There's chairs and plants and stuff, but it isn't meant to be like amazingly like used spot by the Sims. I do real quickly do the guest room, because for now it is just a guest room. If they do have another child in the future, it will turn into the child's bedroom, but right now it is just a guest room, just really simple, plain, not really many details in it. They do decorate it enough to make it look nice, and make it be usable for any guests that come and stay, but it's not like amazingly awesome. But also with the balcony, I don't think I showed the balcony because I was a little confused on what to do with the balcony, but and here goes the screenshot. So I didn't do much with it. I did cut it out because I just added like little fun things to do up there, some seating and stuff like that, because a lot of the stuff was down in the bottom of the house. So anyway, I didn't incorporate that because it wasn't really that interesting. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this whole entire build. As a whole, it will be up on the gallery after this video is published. I really did enjoy how this house turned out. All the things that I tried new with it, it definitely was a challenge to try some new things and things like that, but I loved how a lot of it turned out. I'm absolutely in love with this house. I do know it has CC, and some people don't like the CC thing, especially when uploading on the gallery, but like I mentioned in the previous two videos, the reason why it has CC is because I was moving the family straight in because I needed them in there for recording purposes on my other storyline, so I wanted to be 100% ready, 100% the way I like it, because a lot of the ones that I do no CC builds on, I go back and add CC in it and change things here and there to make it look like the houses and homes that I usually have. So there is a few changes on some of those, but since I needed this one right away, I just went straight for CC. Oh, I did put a sink in there. Ha! Never mind. Anyway, don't forget to also share the video so that others may enjoy this build as well. And also subscribe if you're not already, and hit that little notification bell so that you're actually notified when a video of mine goes live. I will have all of my Sims 4 playlists down in the description below, including my build series, so if you want to see any previous builds that I have done, they will be down in that playlist there. As well as my social medias will be down there too, so you can go find me on those. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!